coaster. This is an impromptu video that was sparked from a comment this morning on my Old Bones video, and I'll get into that in a second. I'm trying to decompress for half a second. Ironic, because I could have done that before I hit record and all that stuff, but get in the car and hit record, so I forced myself to make a video and not become a lump. But anyway, so if you follow the channel, you are following there, brain already. You followed along on the journey that I've taken into the YouTube thing, the drone thing, the customization thing, the helping, and all that is entailed into that. And that is the extent of my social media for millions and millions of reasons. We live in a very cancel culture, negative attitude. Everyone broadcasts, be who you are, be what you want to be, but then the second that you go and do it, somebody freaking puts you down for it. And honestly, I don't have the heart for that. It's taken a long time, can't express, a long time to be able to put myself out there in any degree. And YouTube will be the only place that I will do it. You know, I get the connections you can make with Facebook and all the other shitty social media things that I can't stand, but I just don't want to put myself out there. It's not me. That's not what I want to do. I'm happy with what I'm doing. And anyway, so my brother across the pond, Land of Saints, a now fellow C2C member, I'm still trying to work on him getting a laptop or something like that, or a desktop thing so he can get onto our Discord. He commented on the Old Bones video that I posted yesterday, and I saw it this morning. I'm taking a sip of my Monster. I'm kind of having the last of my breakfast, a couple minutes before I go into work, still half awake, and I start reading his comment, and I'm absolutely floored. I'm a no confidence guy. I'll be real. I've struggled with confidence my entire life. Going through the bullying thing, trying to find who you are, be confident in who you are. So I've struggled with those things, and I'm sure like many. So I don't have a very bright or positive kind of image of myself a lot. I think I'm a lot harder on myself than a lot of people are to themselves, and it's taken its toll. And I don't take compliments very well, and when somebody comes up and says something like, you've done an amazing job with something, or I can't believe you did this, or how you've impacted me, I have a hard time believing it. It just, the way that I've interpreted life and dealt with things, I have a hard time with it. But this man wrote me a novel of a comment, and I started tearing up when I was reading what he wrote. It got through to me. It got past that exterior shell. It got past that rough, tough guy thing, and just struck me in the heart. Everything he said, you said, bro, is the exact reason why I do what I do. To challenge myself, to help others, to inspire others to be better, to do different things, to help the community. And he's a lyricist, very good with words, something that I'm not, and composing them, as you can see. I thank you very much. The comments that you made my day and have kind of inspired me to change my thought process a bit. I get on YouTube, I'm like, if I can get a certain amount of subscribers that shows that people care about what I'm doing, I'm good. And I kind of set the bar really low, because in a way it doesn't matter. But a way for notoriety for other people that are on there, it's a fucking number. And for the algorithm to work, the higher the number, the better that you're pushed around YouTube. So you've inspired me to want to raise my bar. I'm somewhere just over 1,000, like 1,150 subscribers or some shit like that. I would like to see myself at $2,000 by the end of this year. That gives me plenty of time. I'm gonna up the game a bit, do some more live videos and tech stuff and helping the community as much as I can. Like I said, our group is growing a little bit. I got some more announcements for people that are jumping in and joining, and I'm looking to keep that growing, to try to grow the idea and the passion that I share, that it follows along with other people, and we create a spider web, a network, so no matter where you are, hopefully you will be able to be close to somebody within the Coast to Coast FPV group family to fly with or to get help with issues that you have. Again, since I read that comment, my brain has just been completely blown today. If you get the chance, go into Old Bones, watch the video too, obviously. That was a really neat, challenging video for me. That was the scare factor, that was risk versus reward. It's one of those, every video, every time I put the goggles on and where I decide to fly is it gonna get the shot? And is it worth doing something not dangerous, but you know, if you're cutting a tiny gap 100 feet up in a tree, yeah, there's risk there, but is the shot you're gonna get gonna be epic, you know, and bring something cool to you guys? So this was one of those where I had the right conditions, easily 100 feet up in these old dinosaur ass busted trees, and to just wiggle around the way that I did through them was absolutely exhilarating. When I took the goggles off, my hands were shaking. But check out Land of Saints, comment on it, comment on the video, comment on this. You know, is there people out there that are impacting you? Do you get that feedback? Do you see why I don't do this stuff because of the negativity out there? I do my kid's hamster videos. I'll do one of those once in a while because he's absolutely adorable. He puts a smile on my face no matter what mood I'm in. And that's important to me because I'm a hard guy once I'm stuck in a mood. You know, drive home from work after a long day and you don't talk in the car and you're just a lump on the log by the time you get home. That hamster puts the smile on my face, and that's what I was hoping to do. Guy got thumbs down on that video, and that makes me freaking ridiculously angry. I'm like, how could you see something that cute and not like it? I just find people to be so ignorant sometimes. And with art, I did my PlayStation 5 to look like a horror scene, you know, fake blood and stuff all over it. The Halloween theme, that's my theme. You don't like it, no big deal. You can say it's not for me, but you know, great work. I'm just wired differently. If I don't like something, like a song on the radio, I change the radio station, put on my music, whatever. I don't call up the radio station and say they suck and try to get them kicked off the airwaves. That's just the ignorance that we have. Man, my hair itches. That's just the culture we live in today. So when I see certain comments, and it's expected, again, when you put yourself out there, I just don't understand. I don't understand the world anymore. The way that I was raised, there is a way to give constructive criticism to somebody, something, even if it's not necessarily a positive thing, but make it a positive thing by how you handle it, how you word it, how you hold yourself, you know, when you talk to that person or whatever the situation is. I want to walk out of any situation, especially if it's become a negative or hostile one, and try to find a way to make it better, so when you walk away from it, people are better. Again, that's the way that I was raised, and I just don't see that anymore. Someone wants to just get on there, be a keyboard tough guy or girl, say some ignorant shit, or just, it's easy to hit a thumbs down button. I don't ever do it. If I literally see a video that I think is stupid, I just stop watching it. I don't need the thumbs down. I don't need to add to the negativity. But anyway, I got some awesome footage sitting on my laptop that I look forward to editing and bringing to you guys. I am now up to 50 edits sitting on the laptop that I've been stretching out. So I'm debating if I want to now jump to 2 edits a week. There's a couple things that I'm working on. I like to keep a nice little nest egg, so if I go on vacation or don't fly or the weather sucks, I always have content to bring. That's important to me, and I've been doing it on Mondays, and I've contemplated switching it up and maybe doing it Wednesdays, but it kind of, I don't know, I like doing like a tech video or a video like this sometime during the week and then having my edit of the week. So I don't know, I'm playing around with a couple things. I've been uplifted, spiritually uplifted. So I want to push. I want to push a little more. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's just numbers, and that's not why I'm doing this. But I want to push myself to see if I can do better. And you know, that means you guys out there, share this, share the videos, make the comments, let me know what you think, and I'm going to bring you guys the comments that you want to watch. The comments that you share will help me bring the content that you want. I know I've kind of geared myself and walked away from the freestyle a little bit more, and I have not been flying analog really at all, and I got to get back into it. I was pop testing all of my stuff in the basement over the weekend, make sure everything was working hunky-dory, and gonna start getting back into it, because my roots will always be analog, and I'm never fully gonna convert. I'm not gonna buy any digital stuff. I'm just in love with the Avata and what it can do. And again, I'm still working on notes and trying to come up with a really good presentation as why I love the Avata, why it's the perfect drone. I can actually use that word properly. Drone for me, why it could be for you, how it could not be for everybody. You know, and it's got a particular use. It is not a real freestyle drone at any means. You can fly it acro. I've done some really kick-ass acro flights over the weekend. No flips and no rolls. It was just in manual mode or acro mode, because it allowed me to cut through the wind, and it allowed me to get better angles on some shots and stuff like that to get a more free, faster flowing video. And it worked phenomenal. It does not bug out and didn't want to fall out of the sky on me. Again, but I'm not trying to beat the shit out of it and turn really super fast and whatever the hype is around it. But anyway, I'm still working on that, and that is going to be a super important, sort of professionally done. Not professional at all. It will be done in a manner where I'm taking notes and going to go by an agenda, so I make sure I hit all the key points and not just go off the cuff and get all emotional and side rant and ADD off somewhere. It'll happen. But I got to do that video because I watch every single Avata video that comes out and reviews, and I think I have some key points that really haven't been touched on. I can touch on points that I like from other people, but as a slow flow guy, you know, hashtag slow flow, that's our thing. Our C2C, 90% of us, that's what we've turned into, is just taking your time, enjoying the ride, flying through the trees, wherever, over water. It's not about going 800 miles an hour. That's just, I've kind of walked from that. That's not my style. I do enjoy doing the chill freestyle stuff. I kind of call it cinematic freestyle. It's my own take. If you watch any of my quote-unquote freestyle stuff, it's very flowy, and I can't describe it. It's got a purpose. It's just not rambling around and going through a bando and flipping and rolling. That's just not me. So that's why I've kind of steered and been playing with the Avata a little more, and I keep staring at Pickles, my 3-inch Cinewhoop that I built, and I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, I'm sorry. You know, I bought the Hero 10 Bones right before all this shit, and I put it on that, and that thing is an epic, phenomenal flyer. And I just haven't been flying it because I've fallen in love with the ability to see everything, the ability to go deep into the trees, even with a spotter, and still have that H on my screen. So I know exactly how to get back to myself without having to listen to my spotter and go, take a left, no, the other left. And it's got a lot to offer. I think it does. If I can talk about 2 seconds of it, I think the Avata, as cool of a flyer as it is, it will impede some people from becoming good pilots. If you constantly rely on the altitude hold, the GPS lock, the ability to save yourself in a panic moment, all those fun features that keep it locked in, if that's the only way you learn, then you'll never be able to push yourself to do some really amazing things. It cannot do what a traditional Cinewhoop, so to speak, can do, or anything that you can do really good in acro. It doesn't have the tuning abilities that the traditional Betaflight or any of the other things to tune the drone quad change some rates and stuff like that. And again, I was rocking through the sand pit fast as fuck with the Avata, but I can't lock it in as well as I have all the other stuff. So that's like one of my biggest gripes. And the fact that if you're flying even in sport mode, the sensors on the bottom don't turn off unless you're in acro. So if you're doing any fast flying and there's elevation changes and you're trying to follow those elevation changes, you can't drop fast enough. It becomes super quirky and it's a pain in the ass. So if I were to say anything to DJI as an update, give us the ability to turn off the sensors so that if we're doing something a little more aggressive, even in normal mode, that we're able to, our altitude would be more responsive and not so laggy. Or make another mode, you know, a mixed kind of like sport normal mode where it shuts it off. Who knows? But go home, make some coffee. I'm gonna put some stuff onto my laptop and start setting it up. Like I said yesterday, I didn't put the video. That video is coming tomorrow. I made the video yesterday for tomorrow, so I can space my shit out. But then I wanted to do this today. We got the chance to go fly a really, really incredible location yesterday with a little tiny waterfall and some swamp and all kinds of good shit. And I had some fun. Ghost of FPV Shane had some fun. If you have not checked out Ghosts of FPV, check them out. I think that's it. I've run out of content in my head. Land of Saints, if you don't know who he is, you should. Awesome, compassionate humanitarian of a person that cares about this planet. He lives on the other end of the pond. Where he lives, I am envious of, because where he gets to fly and what he gets to look at when he looks outside is just absolutely remarkable. It's got to be way more quiet than the area I live in. A lot less people. It's just absolutely beautiful. A big shout to you, bro, for inspiring me, tearing me up this morning, and kind of giving me the confidence to keep pushing forward, doing what I do, and making me proud of what I'm doing, and that I'm not just another guy making freaking silly drone videos on the internet, you know? I want to somehow make an impact. As silly as that sounds, or as good as that sounds, to me it's important. To me, again, the reason I'm doing this is to make you feel confident when you buy the right stuff, when you fly with the right people, when you know how to tune your quad, when you're enjoying your editing, all of those things, you build that strength because you're not alone and you have people to help you. Because doing any hobby or anything without help or a community behind you sucks ass. It's just a shitty freaking feeling. So, on that note, thank you again. I hope you followed all the way through this, and you like my silly toaster time rants and the inside jokes. If you don't know why I keep calling it toaster time, I drive a Honda Element, and a lot of people call them toasters because the element in a toaster. You follow? But thank you for listening. Please make a comment. Let me know what you think. I appreciate all your time. Peace.